Viktoriia from Mindful Bamboo, and I'm here with your January tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love situation, your career and workspace, and the guidance from the universe and how to best utilize the energies of the months. Let's dive right into it. Have a little bit different set of decks. I still have my decorations, and because I'm from Ukraine, we still do have Christmas coming in on the 7th of Jan, so I'm keeping them, and I love them in general. So yeah, hopefully it's not gonna distract us from the reading and we can just move on. So I'm not gonna have the my talking cards, the Hermit Tarot today, but I will pull some messages from your person to yourself with one of my tarot decks, after tarot to be specific. So let's see what we have for Capricorn. And happy birthday, guys! This is your season, so clean it up. That's a nice one for the start of the year. It's actually a general trend that I'm getting. It's interesting because usually the biggest theme for the beginning of the year is about setting intentions and planning for the future. But it's actually, if you think about it, if you haven't had chance to clean up and prepare the space that you already have, that will be your step number one. And that's what the card is asking us to do here. Clean it up. And the deer has, or the moose, yeah, I think it's a moose, has the broom in his mouth, right? So this is about cleaning up your space physically, emotionally, removing the baggage that you've accumulated. It may be in the last cycle, maybe in the entire year, maybe even longer than that. Things that will keep you from moving forward, from reaching your highest potential and your success. Speaking of which, I'm doing a webinar on the North Node on the 8th of January. It's a free webinar, so check out the details on my website. And this will be a big... If you don't really know what North Node is and how to work with it to discover your mission, your talents, your goals in this lifetime, this will be a big revelation for you, I promise. I'm not going to spend too much time in explaining it right now, but you can check out the details on my website. And of course, register for the webinar. Even if you can't make it live, there will be a recording and materials provided afterwards. Okay, we're starting with the Page of Wands, the traveling card. The Star, you could be dealing with an Aquarius. Hermit could be dealing with a Virgo, 2 major arcanas. That's interesting. For your career space, we have 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. This could be a boss, by the way. 2 of Cups. It was in the deck in reverse. I'm just gonna take it like that. Usually I don't have reversals in my deck, but and then the advice, we have Death, 3 of Cups, 2 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups. Yeah, so you are gonna be parting with a lot of things, and you know, being an earth sign, I'm an earth sign myself, it can be tough to go through that change and to welcome it, you know, because we're losing, it feels like we're losing the earth under our feet, right? Like it starts moving and you don't really know what's gonna happen next, so it becomes scary. And that's what's coming in for you in the month of January. The Spirit is saying you are supposed to be lighthearted about it. You're supposed to take it as a game, have some fun with it, and be almost like it's a lottery, but it's that kind of lottery where the universe is definitely gonna pick something that is good for me. It can be unexpected and feel like lottery in terms of I didn't really imagine it like that, but it's definitely gonna present some new food for thought at the very least. So let's put it that way. So getting more into the details. So for your personal space, it's actually, I don't see a lot talking about the relationship or the dynamic between the two of you, but I do see a lot of this energy for yourself, Capricorn. So it's like you taking time, or you're being divinely guided to take a look at yourself, what's going on with you, where you're going. And then of course it will have consequences and it will have an impact on your relationship. But it's not even about working with the other person at this point. It's about going within. We have Mercury retrograde for the most most part of January. And if anything, it's going to encourage you to get into that hermit mode and look within, find your connection with source, find that bigger dream of yours that you are pursuing, that you're chasing. It might be a little challenging for Capricorns because a lot of times for Capricorns, it's a little bit more about following a certain life routine. It's about sticking to the agenda. And a lot of times, unfortunately, it's not the agenda that we create ourselves. It's the agenda that somebody else built and is asking us to follow, right? So this is your chance, even if it's in the relationship and you have all the best intentions of making your partner happy and you don't really mind, right? This is asking you to think about your part in it, the part you're playing, and where is the part of the agenda that's making you happy, that you've added to the commitment, to the contract, to the way you live your life with that person, right? So this is focusing on who you are in that relationship, right? Your personal space. And I mean, I don't really have the part of the reading that talks about you personally, so this is the best part to go for it. So it doesn't have to be just about relationship. It's most importantly, it's the profoundly your space in life and what you're striving for, where you're moving, to become a lot more conscious about it and revisit whether your old goals still make sense or some adjustments are needed. And you're supposed to approach it with this Page of Wands energy. And you can see in this deck, in this card, that this person has this wondrous eye and ear and is just being amazed at that nature and the birds singing and everything that's going on around. So that childlike curiosity and openness is going to help you really to discover some new wonders of your life and new opportunities. For some, it may mean traveling or meeting new people in order to do that. So if you get an opportunity, do not say no to that, because you may find just that extra new spice, like new addition to your life, new energy that you will need to realize something and to start moving into a different direction that will be more beneficial to you in the end. For your career space, I'm getting there has been some struggle, or maybe there will be some, in reaching agreements and feeling successful in your job. The Queen of Wands could be your boss, could be your co-worker, somebody who is very willful and at times stubborn and at times a drama queen. Drama queen doesn't have to be a woman, by the way. So again, it is a queen, but it can be a man just as well, right? This is more about that sort of drama queen personality, right? So while you're trying to make this person happy and work together and, how do I say it, be on good terms with people, you might actually find yourself, and again, this is where you're asked to be more aware, more conscious. This is part of the cleanup that you're supposed to do, to see what you are getting from this situation, from this job, because it looks like you are lacking some emotional connection to it, and the feel-good feeling in your body, right? Like when you're emotionally happy about what you're doing. You do have some grief and some disappointment in terms of financial reward. Maybe it's the bonus that you didn't get. Maybe it's the raise you've been asking for 3 years, and people keep, or maybe this queen keeps telling you no. And there are all these excuses. And you kind of, on the surface, it kind of all makes sense. But deep down, you realize, and this is the lack of emotional balance, you realize that you're not really being recognized for your efforts, right? You don't feel loved at your work. And as much as oftentimes we're pushing that away, that feeling, because it seems like, well, it's the workplace, right? So it's not a place for emotional bonding. But it's so important for us as human beings to have that emotional bonding with our work, with what we do, with who we work with. It's super important. And if that does not manifest itself, then, it's part of the cleanup to reconsider why you're there, what you're doing, and maybe it's time for something else. You will have encounters with this Queen of Wands. That's what I can tell for sure. That's the message that I'm getting. and you will be challenged in whether you're going to continue just following in that pattern and trying to make this person happy and kind of have certain stability in where you are, so that you keep doing the work and they keep you in that position. But the other opportunity where you don't go along with what that person is expecting could be a lot better. It could be even in the same workplace, that's what I'm getting, but a different position, different project where you can really, it will give you more satisfaction. This is where you can really grow and you can develop on your skills. But you'll need to be brave, and when you're being approached to share that information, you know, and to tell that person that you're looking for something else or for more, whatever it is in your situation, right? But first you need to realize what it is, right? Have that conversation to begin with. So get prepared for that conversation. That's the message. And then for the advice from the universe, we have the biggest part of it is the complete transformation, the makeover to your life, which will be scary, could be scary. It has a full moon here. We have full moon on the 6th of Jan. So it's likely that during this time, on the 6th and around the 6th, there will be some important events in your life that will trigger that transformation. But it's still important. Look at the difference between this card and these cards, in colors, in nature, in like the mood, right? You're supposed to take it lightly. You're supposed to see it as moving and making choices and moving to something happier in your life, right? You will have to make some decisions. You will not be able to skip that part. And some of those decisions will be difficult. But ultimately, they're taking you to a happier life. And that's something to celebrate. That's something to be happy about. For some, this is about birthday celebration, because this is Capricorn season. But yeah, for many of you, it will be just general happiness and rejoicing that you followed through on what your heart's desires are, and not just following through on what other people expected of you. Okay, messages for Capricorn from their person. Okay. Have Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and 7 of Swords. The dragons will be slayed, that's what I'm getting. Your person has strong long-term intentions towards you, and they can definitely see the future with you, like the two of you together. But they know that they still have some shadow parts of their life that they need to handle, and it's kind of catching up with them. That's what I'm getting. It's almost like if they don't deal with it now, if they don't make some difficult choices on their side, they will be caught into it, and it will be messy, and it will impact not just themselves but you as well, and they realize that. And that's why they want to be brave and slay the dragons and deal with those things and have some closures, tie up some loose ends of maybe not, well, parts of their life that they're not proud of, and they are a little ashamed and a little scared to talk to you about it. So if you feel some of that energy in the air, it's nothing bad, nothing negative towards you. It's just them trying to close some of those negative scenarios. Could be with other people, could be from past relationships, why not, right? But if you feel like this becomes too overwhelming for them, the 9 of Swords is generally the energy of anxiety and sleepless nights. You can show your support from your side, and you know, let them know that you're there for them and you can support them if they want to share or they need some help with slaying those dragons. Okay, I hope this has been good for Capricorn. I love you guys, and I'll be back with more readings very soon. Bye everyone.